Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, December 2nd, 2013. When the mood hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When a man and a guy have rigatoni on the sly, that's amore. Hey, that ain't how that fucking song goes. One man is not supposed to lay down with another man. How dare you say that so close to the Vatican? Ciao, bella. Grazie, prego. Si, perfetto. Come se dice, go fuck yourself. Hey, this is Bill Burr. I'm over here in Rome, Italy. And once again, my fucking mixer. For some reason, it doesn't work over here, and what I'm starting to think is that, when I was in Australia, I just plugged it right into the wall, and that was the end of that. It had no I was going to say surcharge, no circuit breaker. It wasn't hurricane ready, basically, and it got blown over. But this time, I actually got the little adapter or the converter or whatever the fuck it is, adapter, I guess, and it still isn't working. So here I am. Here I sit, trying to hold my hand steady as I talk directly into my recorder. All right. I don't know what the levels are like. I don't have a mixer. It's going to be a fucking clusterfuck. So there you go. All right. By the way, somebody sent me some stupid tweet going, Bill, when you don't care, we don't care. Just always remember that. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that means, but what do you mean we don't care? What is the we in that statement? Huh? What, you and all the voices in your fucking head? Stop acting like you're running a union, all right? If you don't like my fucking podcast, believe me. There's plenty of other selections here on the All Things Comedy Network. Oh, he slips in a plug. Yes, listen to the echo of this fucking room here. So I'm in Rome, Italy, and it is totally lived up to the hype. It's been absolutely freaking amazing over here. I got pizza coming out of my fucking ears. I had the worst heartburn last night. I ate 2 pizzas yesterday, like both within like 2 hours. Like that's how good the pizza is over here. And like a fucking camel drinking water, I know that eventually I'm not going to be here at the source of the greatest pizza on the fucking planet. And then I'm going to go out to Los Angeles, arguably the anti-source of the greatest pizza on the planet. So I'm trying to stock up all of those memories. And, the food has just been outstanding here. But, just like any place, there's always people living off the legend. So you really have to, you got to ask around is what I did. And when you ask where's a good place to get pizza, you don't do it standing outside the fucking Coliseum or down there at the Vatican or the Leaning Tower of fucking Pisa, right? You don't, because you're just going to run into some guy from fucking Detroit. And what you want to do is go up to some Italian dude and find out where the fuck he eats. That's basically what we have been doing, and it's been absolutely, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. So, if you're listening to this thing and you always wanted to come to Italy, how about the next time the ghost of Steve Jobs comes out with a new phone or some other douchebags make another phone? Why don't you say, fuck that phone, my phone still works. I don't need that phone. I can still text, I can still talk. I will save the money I'm going to spend on that fucking $300 hunk of shit that's not going to be worth anything in 4 months when the next one comes out. And just save up for a plane ticket and get your ass over here. Fucking stay in a cardboard box. Do whatever you got to do. I wish I didn't wait till I was 45 to come over here, but still, it's been awesome. But it ain't that bad. All you have to do is just get your ass over here. I brought the lovely Nia with me, and one of my goals in life is I always wanted to fly, first class, where you go up the staircases, they have like the hump, the front of the plane. So I used a bunch of miles, and I made sure that we were flying business class. And when we were flying Air France,
And when we got to the airport, it was one of those fucking double-decker planes, the A300. And I'm sitting there looking at my ticket, and it said we were in 63A and B. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I thought we were in business class. I used all these miles, and I'm flipping the fuck out and everything. It turns out we were in business class. We were just in business class upstairs. So they already went through 1 through 60 downstairs. So we were like row 3 upstairs, and it was, they had 2 jetways. We come walking down. They're like, no, sir, you're on the upper deck. So I'm fucking psyched. So we come in there, and we're upstairs on an airplane. You know what? It looked just like downstairs. Just looked like a fucking plane. But it was still cool. And we went up there, and I'm going, oh, man, look at those nice business class seats. They can fold down. I can lay down. This is going to be great, watching all the movies and everything. And then all of a sudden, there was this fucking ungodly, goddamn fucking smell. New York City, body odor, stinking fucking smell. Upstairs in business class on an international fucking plane. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? Right? 2 words. Air France. All right? The key word is not air there. It's certainly not fresh air. Air France. This fucking French dude, okay? Now, I'm not coming down on all the Frenchies here, but I discovered where the stereotype came from in this one passenger. All right? I now understand Pepe Le Pew. Good fucking Lord, with his fucking tight-ass goddamn shirt. This guy, I swear to God, arms at his side, he looked like a guy wearing a shirt that didn't fit. Okay? Sticking his fucking suitcase up into the overhead compartment. It was like you were in the back of a cab in New York City in July with no fucking air conditioning. I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't believe it. And he kept forgetting shit and going back up. And every time that stink was starting to go away, he'd have to reach up and get something. So, of course, me. I am by no means master of my emotions. So I'm looking over at the lovely Nia, who's just taking it in stride. Granted, she also has the window seat. I have the aisle. So I'm right next to fucking Stinky Le Pew over there. And I'm like, do you fucking believe this? You fucking spend all this fucking money to fucking business class, fuck. And she's just like, it's okay. He'll get his comb or whatever, and he'll sit down. And that's what happened. He sat down, and eventually that fucking smell went away. But Jesus Christ. It's fucking unreal, man. And all you hear about when you go to Paris is what cunts they are and how they treat everybody like shit. And I thought, all right, that's that ignorant American thing, right? But last night I was in an Irish pub. Hilarious. I'm in Rome. I'm in an Irish pub. Because I have to be honest with you. Like, I love Italian food, but you can't fucking... I've realized if you eat it 4 days in a fucking row, all right? I got octopus come out my fucking ears over here. I just needed... Well, we walked by this great strip of stores and all that type of shit, and Nia happened to look in, and there was hockey on. Like, the Flyers game was on. And she immediately was like, oh, Bill, I know you're going in there. And, of course, I went in there. And then, of course, 2 seconds later, I met some guy from Boston. And we're sitting there talking about when the Pats game's going to come on. It was fucking great, So it was basically, it was heaven. I was in the sports bar. I could watch the Bruins, the Celtics, or the Patriots, depending on who was playing, obviously. And then I stepped out, and I was in fucking Rome. And right across the way was one of the best pizza places in Rome. Had this ridiculous line, and I had gotten there early. That's the place where I ate it there twice. I already ate there once, and then yesterday I ate there twice. And right now, after getting myself into great shape, I now look like maybe 2 weeks ago I had a baby. I have a lot of baby fat on me right now. Post-pregnancy pooch. I have a cunt belly, everybody. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's disgusting. And right next door was this gelato place. So I was eating pizza, and then I was going and getting gelato, and then I was coming in and I was drinking fucking Macallan. And it was just the best time ever. So there was this Italian guy in there, and he's watching the soccer, and I'm watching the Patriots. And so we ended up starting to talk. He couldn't really speak English. I can barely speak 3 words of Italian, but I did know some Spanish. So we were kind of the middle ground with Spanish. So we were kind of communicating. It was really cool using English, Spanish, and Italian in our eyes. But anyways, I'm talking to him, and I was saying how Italian seemed a little easier to pick up than Spanish because Spanish goes by. They speak so quickly, and with Italian, it's like every third word they draw it up, so they kind of slow it down for you, you know. And he was laughing. He was saying how he also liked the French, speaking French, but he didn't like French people. And I was like, did they treat you like shit too? And he was like, yes, si. And it's just like, wow, just in general, they're just kind of cunts to everyone, which is confusing and fucking hilarious to me all at the same time. I don't know, what is their problem over there? All I know is I can't wait to go there. And my dream has always been to be totally fluent and be able to speak French and go to Paris and then just sit there and listen to them say a bunch of horrific shit about me, not realizing I understood every word. Isn't that a weird dream? Isn't that a weird motivation, you know, to learn how to speak the language? Does anybody French listen to this thing? Preferably some hottie that can put on a French maid's outfit and teach me the language, because I would show up for every class, because other than that, I just can't seem to fucking dedicate myself to it. So, anyways, I hope this is sounding all right. I'm trying not to move the recorder too much. So anyway, so we land in Charles de Gaulle Airport, and as we're coming in on the left side of the plane, we saw a little bit of Paris, which is really exciting and really cool because Nia's always wanted to go there, so she was acting like a little kid, which was great. And we land, and we're all excited, thinking, okay, now we're only like another hour and a half, whatever, hour and 10-minute flight from Rome. And then, of course, there was that ungodly fucking smell of that French fuck with his fucking yellow shirt, his yellow button-down. I was really looking at the guy like, how the fuck have you managed in life to be able to get into business class here smelling the way you do? Okay? I've had to jump around like a monkey, and I wore many layers of deodorant to get where the fuck I am, to be sitting next to you on this fucking plane. How do you go into your boardroom? How do you run your cult? Sell your fucking widgets smelling like that? Do you just walk into your place of business with your hands plunged into your slacks like fucking pockets? That's the only goddamn way. I know I'm an angry guy, but I'm just saying this guy smelled so bad, like I had rage. I should have slapped him with a glove. You know what I'm going to do next time? I'm bringing a white glove when I go to Paris. And when somebody treats me rudely, I'm just going to slap them in the face with that glove. And you know what? I don't think they're going to do anything. I, in general, do not have fear of waiters in Paris, even though I've never been there. Now watch, there's probably a bunch of fucking mixed martial artists. Not only will I get treated like shit by some non-perfume wearing cunt, he's also going to... Do they even body slam you? Hey, I know this video came out in 2007, but did you ever see that video where that rapper Akon, is that how you say his name? He's doing a show, and somebody threw something at him, and he's like, who was it? Point him out, bring him up here. And as they bring this fucking kid up, this nerdy, I think he was an Asian dude, I don't know what, but as he pulls the kid up onto stage in one move... Oh, by the way, he's taken off his Jesus piece and his wife beater. So now he's just standing there, shredded in his oversized jeans. And he pulls this kid up on stage, and in one move, puts this kid up over his head like fucking Tony Atlas, and then throws him into the crowd. And the dude just lands on some girl. It was the funniest shit. Like, do you know how bad I would love to do that to a heckler? You know? Take off my button down, stand there with my blinding alabaster fucking shirt with my torso with my cunt belly, and just pick somebody up over my head and just throw him into the crowd. Dude, it was like Marvel Comics. The only thing missing is that kid didn't go through a brick building. I don't know what happened, and I don't want to encourage anybody to take any sort of action, but I can't imagine if his accountant or his lawyer was in the crowd while watching him do that. They just must have just been like, well, that's the end of my salary. Looks like we're not having Christmas this year. I'll post that video, or you can just search for it. By the end of this podcast, I'm sure you've already found it, 58 different places. But Nia showed me that when, we were getting acclimated to the time over here at like 2 in the fucking morning. We were both wide awake. And she showed me that, and God damn it, that made me laugh. That really made me laugh. Who the fuck does the show and does crowd control? No wonder that guy has so much fucking money. He's wearing a lot of hats. So anyways, what am I up to here? I'm going to have to advertise it here in a second. So we finally, sneaky French guy gets off the fucking plane. We get off the plane, and it was the weirdest thing. We were connecting in Paris, so I just thought we would just go connect, but we don't. We had to go through security again. I already went through security to get on the fucking plane, and now they want us to go through security again. And I'm like laughing at Neil, like, what do you think? I fucking somehow, made a gun on the plane, like fashioned something out of the seatback tray? Why are we doing this again? And so we're trying to go through, and I got to tell you something about French people. They are some cutting sons of bitches. If you even remotely aren't on your game, they'll try to pass you in the corners, like Formula One racing, like when you're just standing there going through the zigzag maze. When you try to do these fucking people. And this one guy was doing it so bad, Nia finally just goes, "Excuse me." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I go, "Yeah, dude, what's your problem?" to some French guy. And then I had to stare him down. This was standing in this fucking line that's going like half a mile an hour, right? So we finally get through this shit. And then we get on the Italian, airlines, and we're flying there. You go over the fucking Swiss Alps. It's insane. And then we land in Rome, and it's the funniest shit ever. Like, we're landing in Rome. They never gave us anything to fill out. There was no, what are you bringing into the country? There was nothing. We go to the airport. There was nothing. They didn't check us in. You just got off like I was getting off at Logan Airport. It was hilarious. So we get in the cab, and as we're going into Rome, I got to tell you something. These people on these scooters over here, they might be the greatest riders on scooters. I don't know if you can respect that, but we would be going around a turn, and there would be 6 of them in a row on our side of the road, on the other side of the double line, going around traffic on their side. And my driver never slowed down, and the guys on the scooter never slowed down. And at the last second, they would pinch in to the double line as we went flying by him without a care in the world. Like Centipede is what the video is, like a video game. And I've kind of noticed that over here. These fucking drivers are amazing. It's like the way people drive in Boston, like that level of aggressiveness, except I've yet to see an accident. And it even says in the little touristy book that if you're standing in the crosswalk, if you want to get across, you have to make the first move because they don't slow down. So it's yet another reason why I'm having the time of my life over here. And then this Irish pub has just been this oasis. Like, I just go and I saw the Spanish Stairs. I went to the Coliseum. Nia's mom's coming over here, so I didn't do any of the tours of any place yet. But I did just go over to look at the Coliseum, and it's just insane. You guys, you got to do it, okay? Fuck iPads, fuck phones, flat screen TVs, and all of that shit. Come over here when no one wants to come over here, because it's fucking cold over here, by the way, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But for some reason, I just thought it was, down near the Mediterranean Sea. I just kept thinking Godfather 2, right? We'd be out in the country, and I'd, meet some, gorgeous woman. She'd go out to start my rental car, and it would blow up. And then I would cry, and, Nia would comfort me and say that the threesome was over. I had my dreams. But I came over here, and it was cold. It's been cold, but seriously, it's not that big a deal to come over here. For forever, I don't know, Europe, even, I just seemed like a zillion miles away, and I was like, oh, someday I'm going to fucking do it. If you're not married, you don't have any fucking kids, there's nothing stopping you other than buying those stupid things down at the fucking iStore. So anyways, Nia's mom is here, so today we're actually going to go over to the Vatican. And it was fucking hilarious. Like the other day, Nia's going like, all right, the Pope's coming out and is going to give Mass at noon. And I'm telling you, like, I look out my window and I can see the wall. I can't. I got to walk down the street and go around the corner. But basically, I can see the wall that surrounds the Vatican. So she goes, you want to go down there? I'm like, yeah, I'll go down there. It's the fucking Pope. That's the Elvis of priests. I got to go down and go see this guy. And I don't know. Then I was laying in bed the next morning. I was like, I don't want to go, but fucking go down there for what? After all this shit that they've done? Like, that's the place right there, behind those walls, where they were like, all right, there's people fucking boys. How are we going to handle this? And they did what they did. Like, why am I going to go down there? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But I do want to see that painting where there's a person reaching out, touching the other person, like the E.T. thing. And they're sort of, You ever walk down the street with a male friend of yours and your hands accidentally kind of graze one another? You know that awful, creepy feeling? Well, somebody painted that on a ceiling. So, and you know what's funny right now? The amount of people that actually know the name of that and the artist. And for some reason, they feel that means that they're smarter than me. I don't think it does. Who wrote that? Was that Michelangelo? Was it the Count of Monte Cristo? Cristo, maybe? I actually read that book, too. We've gone into a couple of churches, old churches here, and I just don't like it. I don't like the fucking mood they put you in. Like, why do they have to make you so scared of dying in the afterlife? You come walking in, they got the candles, it's all quiet. Why is it so fucking quiet? Is God always taking a goddamn nap? Is he ever in a good mood? I feel like he's some overbearing father, and it's Dad's home. Everybody, quiet, Dad's home. I absolutely fucking hate churches. I can't stand them. I fucking went into 2 of them because I want to go in there and appreciate the fucking architecture. And I go in there and I immediately resent the fucking mood they try to put me in. This hat in hand, oh my God, am I living my life the right way? Is the invisible thing upset with me? Creepy ass church music. They're just sitting there, and people coming in and getting on their fucking knees. They make you do that at Walmart? No. Well, there you go. If you can't do the math on that, I can't help you. But whatever. Nia's mom goes to church. She's a good person, so we're going to go over there today. And tomorrow we're going to go to the Coliseum. And those are the 2 touristy things that I'm doing. Because other than that, all that touristy shit, you can take it, turn it up sideways, and shove it straight up your fucking candy ass. Because I'm not doing it. I'm done with all of that shit. Stonehenge, go fuck yourself. I'd look at that. You know what I like about Stonehenge? You can like drive by it and see it. I'm not getting on a fucking plane for 15 goddamn hours next to some smelly French guy, where every time he shifts in his seat, I smell his fucking, I don't know what, the stress of his life. I'm not doing that for 15 fucking hours and then to go stand in line. I'm not doing it. Hey, Bill, nobody's saying you have to do it. Good. Well, I'm just making sure you know I'm not. This is what you do when you fucking. Here's some advice, and I know you didn't ask for it. This is unsolicited advice, and God knows I love giving it out. When you go on vacation with your fucking lady, you just gotta remember you don't really have anywhere to go. So when they're walking really slowly and window shopping, just know that they're having the time of their life, and just slow down and look in the fucking windows too. Okay? Just plunge your hands into your pockets and, get your eyebrows up as high as you can get them. And whatever she says, just be like, oh, yeah, I can see that. That is amazing. She was in the best fucking mood. I finally decided, hey, why don't I stop being an asshole, and stop walking 90 miles an hour to go look at where fucking Caesar dipped his balls in a river and just fucking slow down and let her go to all these shops. I finally I've realized that all these clothing stores over here for women is like, I don't know what, like me going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's probably a bad example. I don't know what it is, but they absolutely love it. And if you let them do it, and you just go and you sit in that chair next to another sad fucking man and just sit there and let them try on shit and look at stuff, they're having the time of their fucking... It was one of the smartest things I've ever done in my relationship. For like the first day, all we did was just... We went down this street. They had all these great stores. All these... Hear my stomach growling here. All these fucking... I don't know, women, they go on the internet and they make these clothes and there's only so many of them and then they run out and then somehow Target gets some and then they go down there and they fucking elbow each other and body slam each other and it's a fucking nightmare. Like, why don't they make enough clothes? They just don't make enough. They just deliberately make them hard to get. And they get these women all out of their fucking minds. The next thing you know, you got to go drive to a Target on the other side of the 405 to get something. I don't know what. So when they come over here, they got all these fucking clothes that none of the bitches back in the States can get. So you just let them go in there and try the shit on. You get them a couple, 2, 3 things, and you know what? You're good. You're good. Even if you meet, you're good. So that's my advice. Do that, and then next thing you know, they're in such a good mood. They walk by a fucking Irish bar, and they go, hey, look, they got the hockey game on. I know you want to go in there. A little give and take. You guys probably already know this shit. All right? So maybe I'm not even saying this for you. Maybe I'm just saying it for me so I fucking remember how not to be an asshole. And be someone that you actually want to be on vacation with. I'm very excited. The European tour is finally here. I want to thank everybody in Rome, Italy for living your lives the way you do and your wonderful food and all that. I'm definitely coming back. I fucking love this place. And I'm actually looking forward to going to France one day. Even though that guy smelled and everybody says they treat you rudely, I still want to go. Yeah, and thank you to everybody who bought tickets so I could actually afford to fucking come here and eat some pizza and get some heartburn, and walk around and go into creepy churches and all that. I'm not even joking, man. I really appreciate it.